Hello everyone and welcome once again. Yes, no baj gaye. Yes. Please welcome. Welcome once again to MJ's Maths and Stats. That's MJ Magic Studio to you. I am your host, your host, and always in the ghost mode, Mohit Jain. With I have written it as sample swear question, but these are actual questions of TCS Ninja, TCS NQT, of TCS Tata Consultancy Services examination. In the previous few months, we have collected few questions that we would be discussing in this particular session. And you know the drill. You can pause the session at any point of time, try to solve the question by yourself, and then look out for the solution. So on this happy note, happy note, let's begin now. Again, before starting solving these questions and discussing these questions, I want to make this very clear. There is no need to remember any fancy formula in time, speed, and distance. The only good formula which we know and that we would be using the maximum number of time is simply speed is equals to distance by time, or distance is equals to speed into time, or time is equals to distance by speed. That's it. And we will see that based on that only, it depends upon how quickly we can calculate, we can solve n number of problems of time, speed, and distance in no time. So let's read the first question. Mohit, okay, I have written my name. Mohit traveled at 7 km per hour, that is his speed, and missed a train by 7 minutes. Let the distance be d. So time taken at a speed of 7 is d by 7. And this time taken is actually more than the normal time taken by 7 minutes. So let me write this in hours because the speed is in kilometer per hour. And let the distance d be in kilometer. However, if he traveled at 10 kph, that means if he is increasing his speed, obviously now the time taken would be d by 10, which would be less than the previous time. He would have reached the station 5 minutes before the departure of the train. That means he was supposed to reach by t. He was supposed to take t time, but he is reaching there 5 minutes before the departure. Now the total time taken is t minus 5 by 60. Bingo. We can see that there are two variables, but this t and t will cancel out if we subtract these two equations. Okay. So how this formula can be derived in these kind of question? We can write this as d by s1 minus d by s2 equals to the two time difference. 7 minutes late, 5 minutes early. Two time difference we can say. Late plus early. Late plus early time. That's it. If I take common d, it would be simply s1 minus s2 upon s1 into s2 is equals to time of late plus early. Now you will find these kind of formula full of these kind of formulas, different quantitative aptitude book. But what's the use? No need to remember these. If you can remember, that is fine. No need to remember, you can very easily solve like this. So if you subtract d by 7 minus d by 10 will be 12 by 60, or 10 minus 7 is 3, 3d by 70 equals 1 by 5. 5 will go on 14, d equals to 14 by 3 kilometer. Now let's see what is asked. The distance between the house and railway station is simply 14 by 3. 12 is 4.67 kilometer, and that features in option A. Now this question I have taken at this point of time because it's a good example to learn the concept of relative speed. When two bodies are moving in same direction, one after each other obviously, and chasing them, then the effective speed or relative speed would be the difference of their speeds. And if they are approaching towards each other, then their effective speed would be addition of their speed, isn't it? The simple concept which we know. Now let's see what is there in the question. Two places M and N are 70 km apart from each other on a national highway. A car X starts from N and another car Y starts from N at the same time. If they move in the same direction, that is along the direction of M to N, that means Y is moving this and X is moving also in this direction, they meet each other in 7 hours. Now let the speed of X is X. Obviously the speed of X should be greater than speed of Y, because then only X would be able to meet Y. So if speed of X is X and speed of Y is Y, we can say that since X is chasing Y, their effective speed is X minus Y, and time taken to catch would be the initial distance between them, 70 km, divided by their effective speed, that is X minus Y. This is given as 7 hours. That means X minus Y is equals to 10. Now, if they move in opposite direction, that means from these 2 points, if X moves towards this, towards each other, okay, it is also given that towards each other, and Y is moving towards this. In that case, when both the moving bodies are approaching towards each other, the effective speed would be X plus Y. In this case, time taken by them would be 70 km by X plus Y, and that is given as 2 hours. That means X plus Y is equals to 70 by 2, that is 35. Now we have two equations, two unknown. Add up, 2x equals to 45, x is 22.5 and y will be 15, okay, 10, 12.5. 22.5 minus 12.5 is 10 and 22.5 plus 12.5 is 35. Now what is the question? Find the speed of car X. Speed of car X is 22.5 km per hour. That is in option C. Why this question is a pick? Because many a time simple questions are also asked. Rohan completes a journey of total 2400 km by using 3 modes: flight, train, bus. The ratio of speeds is 40:5:3, and the ratio of time spent on these three and ratio of time spent on travel by flight, train and bus is 2:5:5. Yes, flight, train, bus, flight, train. Find the distance traveled by the train. Now what is the formula to calculate distance? Distance is simply speed into time. We can get straight away distance ratio by just multiplying this. 80:25:15, or you can divide this by 5 also. You'll get 16:5:3. This is the distance traveled ratio. Distance traveled by train is 5 units out of 16 plus 5 plus 3, that is 21 and 24. And what is the total kilometer traveled? 2400. So distance traveled by train is 500 kilometers. Option A fits in. Now let's see what we have. Rajat and Raju. Ratio of speeds of Rajat and Raju is 3:2. That is the speed ratio. If Raju takes 2 hours more than Rajat, okay, if speed ratio is 3:2, then time taken ratio is inverse ratio of speeds. Yes, because speed and time are inversely proportional to each other for the same distance to need to be covered. So time taken ratio would be 2:3. If Rajat will take 2x unit time, Raju will take 3x units time. Raju take 2 hours more than Rajat. That means 3x minus 2x, that is x is equals to 2. Raju will take 6 hours to complete the race. Rajat will take 4 hours to complete the race and the difference between them would be 2 hours. Find the time taken by Rajat in hours. Rajat time taken would be 4 hours to cover the same distance. Option C fits in. A vehicle travels a distance of 72 kilometers at a certain average speed. Let that be S. Then time taken would be 72 by S. During weekends, let this is the time of weekends. On any working days, the average speed of the vehicle is 2 km per hour lesser than its average speed on weekends, and it takes 3 hours more. So time on weekday would be 72 by S minus 2 because average speed is 2 km lesser. And now it is given that the difference between these two time is 3 hours. Obviously, this time is more than TD minus TW. That is 72 by S minus 2 minus 72 by S. This is equals to 3 hours. Find the average speed of the vehicle. We can solve this equation and find the value of S. 72 common, S minus S plus 2 upon S into S minus 2 is 3. So 3 will go 24 times, S has gone. That means S into S minus 2 is 48. And as we can see, that is 8 into 6. Straight away we can compare and say S is equals to 8, S minus 2 is equals to 6, then S is equals to 8. That means S is 8. Find the average speed of the vehicle on weekends. So we have taken average speed during weekends as S, and S is equals to 8. So that is 8 km per hour. Option A fits in. Okay, how we can complete a time and speed and distance session without discussing upstream and downstream. We have a speed of men or speed of boat, and we have speed of stream or speed of water. If you are going upstream, your effective speed would be m minus w because you would be getting resistance from water. And when you are traveling downstream, you would be getting help from the flow of water. Your effective speed would be m plus w. A time taken by a crew to cover a certain distance up and down a river are in the ratio 2:1. Time taken upstream is obviously more. That means d upon m minus w is 2t, and d upon m plus w downstream time is t. If I take the common factor t here. Good. If the speed of the crew in still water is 10, that means we have been given with the value of m. M is equals to 10. Now if I divide these two, what I'll get? This divided by this, I'll get m plus w upon m minus w equals 2t by t, that is 2. And we know the value of m is 10. 10 plus w equals 20 minus 2w. 3w equals to 10. That means water rate is 10 by 3 km per hour. This is the rate of water. Now the question, then by how many kilometers will a small leaf get swept away in 9 minutes when dropped softly on the water? If a small leaf is dropped softly on the river, it will only travel the distance at a speed of the current. Fair enough? Now what is the speed of the current? Speed is in like 1 hour, that is 60 minutes. It is traveling 10 by 3 kilometer. That means in 9 minutes it will travel 10 by 3 into 9 by 60 kilometer. That's it. 3 and this is 6, that is half kilometer. 0.5 kilometer would be the answer. All the data are given in kilometer because they are asking what kilometer. That's why I have calculated in kilometer. 0.5, option A is the best pick. Okay, let's see what we have next. The ratio of the time taken by a caterpillar to walk past a 50 centimeter and a meter scale. Meter scale means what? 100 centimeter. Is 109 is to 209. This is the ratio of time. Now you need to understand that caterpillar also have some length. So when the caterpillar is passing through 50 centimeter, caterpillar is actually clearing the distance L plus 50 in some time. Okay. And what is the formula for time? Time is distance by speed. So here the time taken would be L plus 50 by speed of the caterpillar. Now this time divided by the time to cross 100 centimeter, the effective distance traveled by the caterpillar to cross 100 centimeter is L plus 100 by S is the time. This is given as 109 by 209. 209 L plus 50 into 209 equals 109 L plus 109 into 100. If I deduct these two, 100 L equals 109 into 100 minus 50 into 209. Let me take common 50. It would be 218 minus 209, that is 50 into 9. So length of caterpillar is 50 into 9 by 100, that is 4.5 centimeter. 4.5 we have in option D. Time, speed, distance questions are actually fairy tale storytelling. A man who had set out on a cycle to cover 20 kilometers finds after a certain time that he has covered 2/3 of the remaining distance. Suppose after a certain time he is here. Then remaining distance is 20 minus D if this is D. And what he have discovered that he has covered 2/3 of the remaining distance. That means D is 2/3 of the remaining distance. 3D is 40 minus 2D. 5D is 40. D is 8. That means he have covered 8 kilometer and the remaining distance is 12 kilometer. Now at this point what he is thinking? Thereafter he increases his speed 1.25 times and thereby travels. Now this distance is covered at a speed of S. This distance is covered at a speed of 1.25 S. He increases speed 1.25 times and thereby travels the entire distance in 3 hours and 12 minutes. Bingo. Time of the first zone 8 by S. Time of the second zone 12 by 1.25 S. The total time taken is 3 hours 12 minutes. 12 minutes means 12 by 60, that is 1/5 of an hour. So 3 plus 1 by 5 is 16 by 5 hours. Convert this total time in hours and now solve for S. If I take common 1 by S, it would be 8 plus 12 into 125 means 4 by 5. Yes, 1.25 is actually what? 125 by 100, that is 5 by 4. It is 1 by this, so it will be 4 by 5. This is 16 by 5. Okay, 40 plus 48 is 88. So 88 and 5 will cancel out and this is 16. 88 by S is equals to 16. 8 times 11, 8 times 2. S equals to 11 by 2, that is 5.5. What was his original cycling speed in kilometer per hour? Original cycling speed in kilometer per hour was 5.5 kph, that is in option C. Okay, again the simple speed is distance by time. Time is distance by speed. and distance is speed into time. Okay. P visits his friend's home, which is 20 kilometers away from his house. He covers the first half of the distance, that means 10 kilometers, in some time at a speed of 6. So time taken here is 10 by 6. Done. 10 by 6 hours. And to cover the second half of the distance, he takes double the time than the first half. So this time, now for the second time, he is taking double the time. That means 20 by 6 to travel 10 at some speed. Now what is the speed? He takes double the time of the first half. What is the time taken to cover the whole journey? Why we are calculating like this even? The time taken for the first half is 10 by 6 hours. Second half is 20 by 6 hours. We just need to add up. Time taken to cover the whole journey is 30 by 6. That is 5 hours. And 5 hours in minutes will give what? 300 minutes. Option B fits in. I said earlier also, time, speed, distance, fairy tale. Let's read this tale now. R is expected to reach his office at 8:30 am. That is standard time. He started from his house at an average speed of 6 and reached his office at 9 am. That means when the speed is 6 kph, he is late by 30 minutes. Correct? Because he is reaching at 9 am. He is supposed to reach by 8:30 am. Next day, he started 5 minutes earlier and the previous day, and traveled at an average speed of 8 kph. In this case, average speed is 8 kph and reached his office at 8:30 am on time, but have started 5 minutes early. That means this time also he is late by 5 minutes. Perfect. If you remember the first question we did in this particular session, we can write this equation as d by 6 is t plus 30 by 60 and d by 8 is t plus 5 by 60. Isn't it? We need to subtract what we'll get. D common, 1 by 6 minus 1 by 8 equals 30 by 60 minus 5 by 60, 25 by 60. D into 8 minus 6 is 2 by 6 into 8 is 48 is 25 by 60. What is the distance of his office from his home? We are trying to find the value of D. D equals 24 into 25 by 60. 5, 5, 5, 12 and 2. That is 10 kilometer. Straight away, we can also use the formula which we have deduced in the first question. That is D is S1 S2 upon difference in the speed into L plus E. But here both are L, so it should be L1 minus L2 because E was negative. That's why it's not been added. So 30 minus 5 is 25. S1 into S2 is 48 into 25 upon difference between these two. That is how much? 2. And since this time is in minute, this should be divided by 60 also. 2, 24, 12, 2, 12, 5. Again, straight away we can get the value. Use anything, deduce it and solve, or if you can remember this, very good, fair enough, whichever method. We need the answer and do it quickly. Option B fits in. M traveled 1/3 of a distance at an average speed of 16 kph. D by 3, average speed of 16. This is speed, this is distance. Then half of the distance, D by 2 at 15 kph. And covered the rest of the distance at an average speed of 20 kph. If he took total 15 hours in completing the journey, then the total distance covered by him is what? Simple, we can use d by s. Total time means what? Distance by speed. So total time means what? d1 by this, d2 by this by this. Simple. We can find the value of d then straight away. This is 1 by 6, this is 1 by 2. So 1 by 3 plus 1 by 2 is how much? 2 plus 3 is 5 by 6. So remaining is d by 6. We can say 15 hours equals d1 by s1, that is d by 3 into 16 plus d by 2 into 15, d by 6 into 20. So 2, 3 common we can take. So 15 into 3 would be 45. So that would be d common 1 by 16 and 1 by 3 gone 10 plus 1 by 3 gone 40. Okay. So 45 equals d. This LCM 4 into 10 I'm taking, and this will be 2 more. Okay, 16 is 5 plus 8 plus 2, that is 15. Wow, this 15 gone with this 3. So d equals 12 into 20, 240 kilometer. You can solve this at your speed, whatever it is. Option D fits in. Or you can also use the concept of average speed, where d1 and s1 are different. Then average speed is given by d1 plus d2 plus d3 by d1 by s1 plus d2 by s2 plus d3 by s3. And then when average speed is there, if speed into time would give us kilometer straight away. Now, do we have some other technique to do this more faster? Let's see this. The technique start with 3, 2, 6. Let the distance actually is 6 units. Then 6 by 3 is 2 kilometer. This is 6 by 2 is 3 and this is 1. Now we have D and S very clear. Average speed would be d1 plus d2 plus d3, that is 6, upon 2 by 16, that is 1 by 8. Straight away we can write, plus 3 by 15 is 1 by 5 plus 1 by 20. And the CM is 120. 6 into 120 by 8 is 15 plus by 5 is 24 plus by 20 is 6. 30 and this is 45. So average speed is 6 into 120 by 45. Multiply this with time. 15, 3, 2. Answer 240. Why to go in for that long calculations? We can go with average speed, we can go with ratios, and we can solve it fast. 240 kilometers. Option D fits in. Okay, now what we have? We have S. S went to her college by an auto rickshaw and returned by cycle rickshaw. Let the speed be A and cycle rickshaw speed be C. And finds that it took 20 minutes more than the time taken while going by auto rickshaw, although the distance traveled in both the cases is same. Fine. So if you are traveling by auto rickshaw and cycle, your time taken would be like d by A plus d by C. Now this time is 20 minutes more if you are traveling by both way with auto rickshaw. That means this time is both way means d plus d. Read again and finds that it took 20 minutes more than the time taken while going by auto rickshaw. That means 2d by A, obviously the less time would be taken, plus 20 by 60. This is the equation we have. dd cancel, d by C minus d by A is 1 by 3. Okay, this is the equation we have. This is A. 5 kilometer, d value is also given. Okay, we will use it afterward. If the ratio of average speed of auto rickshaw and cycle rickshaw is 3:1, means A is equals to 3x and C is equals to x. Now we just need to put all the values. D is equals to 5. So 5 into 1 by C, that is 1 by x minus 1 by 3x is equals to 1 by 3. 3x minus x is 2x, that is 10x by 3x square, 1 by 3, 3 gone, x gone. Therefore, x value is 10. What is asked? What is the average speed of cycle rickshaw? Average speed of cycle rickshaw is x. X is equals to 10 km per hour. Option B fits in. R went to meet his sister in a nearby district. Stories. And we love stories, isn't it? While going, he covered 1/3 of the distance at the average speed of 12. Okay, this is the distance, 1/3. 1/3 of the distance at the speed of 12 and 2/3 at an average speed of 18. The remaining at an average speed of 18. During the return journey, his average speed was, entire journey his average speed was 36 kph. Now, can we use the trick again of the numbers? Yes. Let the entire journey is of 3 km. That means this is 1 km, this is 2 km, and this is 3 km. And we know how to find the average speed. d1 plus d2 plus d3 divided by d1 by s1, d2 by s2, d3 by s3. Please watch rule number 9, hacking the averages. Link is there in the description below to dwell deeper into how to use which particular formula to find average speed in this case. Here d1 plus d2 plus d3 is 6. d1 by s1 1 by 12. d2 by s2 is 2 by 18, that is 1 by 9. And d3 by s3 is 3 by 36, that is 1 by 12 again. So let me multiply by 3 into 4 into 3, that is how much? 36. 36 by 12 is 3, by 9 is 4, by 12 is 3. So average speed 36 into 6, that is 216 by 10. Now total distance traveled is average speed into time. Average speed is 216 by 10 and time taken is 10 hours. That means total distance traveled is 216 km. That is up and down. What is the total distance of his sister's house from the starting point? Divide by 2, 108 kilometers. Option D fits in. Back to our fairy tale. The second last question of the session. And I hope you people are enjoying it. R covers a certain distance by car. Had she moved 5 km faster, she would have taken 30 minutes less. So if the speed is s plus 5, time taken would be t minus 30. 30 minutes less. Suppose these are in minutes. Let me do it in hours. If she had moved 2 kph slower, so if speed is s minus 2, she would have taken 40 minutes more time. T plus 40 by 60. We know this is speed, but this is time. Distance by speed. Again the same format. If we subtract it, we'll get d and s. Find the distance in kilometer. D upon s plus 5 minus d upon s minus 2 equals, if I subtract these two, I'll get in negative minus 70 by 60, that is 7 by 6. Or let me put minus sign here, plus sign here. This will become automatically 7 by 6 positive. Now we have this equation. If I take d common, it would be like s plus 5 minus s plus 2 upon s plus 5 into s minus 2 equals 7 by 6. This is giving us 7. Let us cancel out. Then d equals s plus 5 into s minus 2 by 6. Again, we need the value of s. What is t? T is distance by the normal speed. So one more equation we will have, d upon s plus 5 minus d upon s is equals to minus half. That means d common, s into s plus 5. S minus 5 equals minus half. So D equals S into S plus 5 by 10. These two are same. So S into S plus 5 by 10 equals S plus 5 into S minus 2 by 6. Let me cancel out this. This will go 3 times and 5. So we have 3S equal 5S minus 10. 2S is equals to 10. We have got the value of S. S is 5. So what is D? We can use any format. D equals 5 into 5 into 5 is 10 by 10. That is 5. Find the distances kilometer. 5 kilometer. Option C fits in. And the best is always at the end. Sunita and Ravi started from place A at 9:30 a.m. Sunita was traveling by car and Ravi by bicycle. Sunita reached the place B. She reached place B at 11:30 a.m. That means it took her 2 hours, and spent 30 minutes in purchasing books from there. That means now is 12 noon. She started her journey by the same route and crossed Ravi at 12:30. That means suppose she reaches at this point at 12:30. She meets Ravi at this point, who was still not reached the place B. Very good. If both Sunita and Ravi are traveling at uniform speed and by the same route, at what time will Ravi reach place B? Now we need to analyze. This is 2 hours. Here is half an hour and then again half an hour. That means Ravi have traveled this distance in 3 hours. If we talk about Ravi have traveled this distance in 3 hours. Now take a look at Sunita. Sunita have traveled the full distance in 2 hours and this distance in half hour. That means I can say this is 1/4 of the total distance. If total distance is traveled in 2 hours and while returning this distance is traveled in half an hour, that means half an hour by 2 hours is 1/4. This is 1/4 and this is 3/4 of the total distance. Or we can say this is 3 kilometer and this is 1 kilometer. Distance approved, come back to Ravi. This is 3 kilometer, this is 1 kilometer. Ravi have taken 3 hours to travel 3 kilometer. Ravi will take 1 more hour to reach point B, isn't it? This is 12:30 plus 1 hour. Ravi will reach point B at 1:30 p.m. That is in option C. Revise, solve and believe it. There is only one formula in time, speed and distance. That is speed equals to distance by time. Much time is there. Distance is not too far away. Just try to maintain the speed. Thank you everyone for participating. This is Mohit Jain.